Hi! Welcome back to the review for our special Halloween episode brought to you by Marissa
and Jasmine. This is a show where the two of us, or any of you, can come together to review all things media.
Whether it's games, movies, shows, music, this is the place to be.
All right, for today's episode, we're going to be talking about a new adult animated supernatural comedy/horror on Netflix called Haunted Hotel. Ooh! And so Haunted Hotel premiered on September 19th of this year and is already renewed for a second season for fall of 2026.
So, a quick synopsis of the show. It's about a single mother, Catherine, who inherits a hotel from her late brother, and her two children move in with his good-natured ghosts and other high-maintenance guests, who never check out, which means that Catherine, her kids, are living with her dead brother, his spirit,
Yes.
and other ghosts throughout the hotel.
Yes, and that is not a spoiler because that's revealed in the first episode.
Yeah. It was kind of unexpected, though, because to be fair, I didn't I didn't read the actual synopsis
Yeah.
before I watched the show. I know you had told me, oh my God, Haunted Hotel. And I was like, okay, oh my God, Haunted Hotel. Let's get into it. Like, let's watch it.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
Because I watched the show when it came out and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I love comedy. I love horror. And it's a cartoon. Like, what's not to love?
Right.
And so I told Marissa, I was like, we should review this.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll watch the first episode.
And to be fair, that is the only episode I've watched until this point, so there would definitely be minimal spoilers. Everything that's kind of revealed in the pilot is literally just to set up the rest of the show. So I feel like I will say spoiler alert just in case, but I feel like since it's setting up the show, there's really not too much going on, especially because in the beginning of the episode, you're kind of like already there. Like you're already in the hotel, which to me, I was like, you know what? I really like that. Because a lot of times when we have shows, especially horror shows, where it kind of, where they like inherit something, you see them going through that process of like, hey, this person died, this is yours. Usually they have like a really...
Like the move-in.
Yeah, they have like the move-in, and then they're like, what's that? But this one, it just like throws you straight in. Like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I was like, oh no, it's like, we're here.
Yeah.
Like, we are in this hotel. We're seeing Esther, who's the daughter, like really digging it. Like,
she's running through the halls. She's like playing tricks on the ghosts.
Yeah, she's like fully embracing the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The environment. And you see it like in the theme song too. I'm a theme song skipper personally, but I did watch like one time, and it kind of represents how they all deal with it. So what do you like about the concept of the show? But also the first episode. What would you have to say?
I would say I love it. I just love it. It's probably my favorite show right now.
Is it?
Probably, yes.
Wow, okay.
Oh, it's like, I just think, other than like the whole story and everything, I think it's both a great show that you could sit down and watch for entertainment or for the story, but it's also something you could have on in the background while doing homework, and it wouldn't be too distracting.
Right. Yeah. Like, it's definitely, again, I only watched the first episode, okay? But it's definitely something me and my brother, who's also older than me, enjoyed. Like, we did say it was an adult comedy.
Yes.
Which makes sense. We're both adults, and, my brother's also an adult, an older adult. But it's kind of something everyone can enjoy, because our mom was there, and she didn't hate it, which I feel like is a bonus, because my mom is... For today's comedy specifically, she's like not the biggest fan of, especially when it comes to like adult cartoons. To be fair, I'm actually not either. Like, okay, specifically like Family Guy, South Park, that's just like, those are not shows for me. But like Bob's Burgers, love that. But not what the show is about today. But yeah, sitting down and having me and my brother, kind of really enjoy it, but also our mother not hate it, I think is a huge bonus.
Yes, yes. I think the show, it has a lot of family, like a big theme about family to it. I'm gonna try and like talk about it with no spoilers because I've watched like there's only one season out because
Right.
like just released and I've watched it through multiple times. Aside from that,
Right.
I would say it's very heavy on like family bonds. It touches on grief and loss, but it also
Mhm.
has its quick quips and it has an extended storyline while also having individual adventures.
Okay. Yeah.
And to me, each episode kind of has multiple subplots. Like, no, there's like an A and B plot.
Yeah.
There's like A, B, C, maybe even a
Right.
D.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool about it because each character you see development within themselves through these different side plots and they intertwine.
Mhm.
But everyone is given, even other than the main 5 cast,
Right.
the other ghosts in the hotel, other beings, other creatures, also like develop
Right.
and they become like a well-known or a better known character. And
Right.
you see their backstory too. So it's very in-depth,
Mhm.
but also still funny and light
Yeah.
and still touches on like deeper feelings.
Right.
So I think it's a great show.
Yeah. Okay. So like two things, like jumping off of that. One, in the very beginning, we see the family ties, right?
Yes.
Like I said, her brother is a ghost,
Yeah.
and he's still in the hotel. And the first episode is about them kind of learning how to navigate this space that they have to share.
Yeah.
And because he still wants to contribute in like with the hotel and with the other ghosts, and it's kind of finding that balance. And if anyone has ever worked with their family before, it can be kind of hard to kind of separate that relationship, but I think they do that really well.
Yes.
But like to the characters,
Mhm.
since you watched it,
Yes.
you watched the whole thing. For me, sometimes characters, like all of the characters having this sort of plot and kind of developing is cool, but it sometimes for me takes away from the story. Do you think it took away from the story?
I don't think it takes away from the story because with the development of each character, it kind of, without spoilers, either brings them closer or pulls them apart, which then contributes to the finale for the first season.
Right. Okay.
So it all comes full circle.
Okay. Cool. Because I'm very much a get the side characters off the screen, but I do like the ghosts.
Mhm.
Like I want to know more about. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna look up the names. Oh, it's just additional voices. Okay, cool.
Was it Annabelle? Describe the ghost. I can name
The
it.
Stabby ghost.
Oh, Stabby Paul.
Stabby Paul. There we go.
Stabby Paul.
I knew it was like Stabby something. Like I want to know more about him because like we see him a lot in the first episode.
Yes.
Like I think he's the ghost we see the most. Right? Yeah. So I definitely want to.
But not the ghost with the most. That's Beetlejuice.
Exactly. Okay. So since we're talking about characters, this is kind of the last portion of the show because again, I only watched the first episode, but also we want to minimize the amount of spoilers for everyone, and we want to kind of not talk so much.
Yes.
Because our first episode was a little long, but it was very fun. So you want to?
All right. Let's dig in. So, first, since we talked about him a lot, is Nathan. He is the brother of Catherine, the one who died and is now a ghost at the hotel. He is voiced by Will Forte. I think he's known for a few roles. I think he's known for other animated comedy roles. He was Abe Lincoln in Clone High.
No.
He was in the Lego Movie.
The Lego Movie. I've heard his name, but I'm
Maybe?
not like the. Yeah, it's there. Oh, Bob's Burgers. He's Mr. Grant.
Oh, he's in Bob's Burgers. Oh, he's in Sweet Tooth.
I like how we're like, wait, what? So we're also learning new information at the
Yes.
same time.
Hell yes.
Oh, that's so interesting. I've heard his name before.
Yes, but he's very funny. American Dad.
That makes sense. A lot of
Yeah,
like
he's very funny. He's very
adult
funny.
cartoons because the Sausage Party's here too. So
Yes, and his character. He's very optimistic. You'll see more development with that if you watch it. You should watch it. Do watch it. But yeah, so Nathan, he's the ghost who is there and gave the hotel to his sister, Catherine. And he basically tries to help as much as he can, even though it's difficult because he is a ghost. Ghost rules in Haunted Hotel is that they can't really interact with the living that much. They can't really touch things.
Yeah.
But then our next character will go to Catherine Freeling. That is the sister, the one who inherits the hotel. She is the mother of Esther and Ben. So Catherine is voiced by Eliza Coupe, and she was in Solar Opposites, Rick and Morty, also American Dad.
I sense a theme going
Yes,
on with
yes.
the actors. Because I'm not like, I don't know as many who primarily do voice acting, like American voice actors. I mean, obviously, there are real, I always do that, live action
Yes,
shows
yes.
here. Like, Eliza Coupe was also in High Potential.
The Residents.
The Residents,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of, I don't even remember what I was trying to say. Moving on to the next character.
Just that it's more than just animated comedies these casts have been from. They've
Yeah, there
also
we
been
go.
from other forms of media too.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the older child of Catherine is Ben, voiced by Skylar Gisondo, I believe. He was in
Oh my gosh.
what Superman?
Yeah, I just realized that's Jimmy Olsen from the new Superman movie.
No way.
I looked at him, I was like, wait,
Wait.
he looks so familiar. See, guys, we're learning together.
Yes. See,
and,
it's a great cast. Watch
Yeah.
it.
And you know what? Let me, so you don't have to
Yeah.
talk so much.
Oh, I can
Since
keep
you're-
talking.
I mean, if you want.
Sure. I would love to.
No, but Nathan is the oldest child.
No, Ben.
Ben. Nathan is the uncle. So sorry. Ben is the oldest child, and he is very, not reserved, but like, he's very,
He's more shy, more cautious.
yeah, a little bit more cautious, a little bit more reserved, shy, and he's very much not, like, kind of the polar opposite to Esther.
Yes.
Like, and you know what? I'm gonna actually kind of talk about them together because they're definitely foils of each other. And Ricky Lindholm. Wait, is that? Did I click the right one?
No, I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right. She's a different ghost. Sorry, y'all. There we
Okay.
go. Oh, there we go. And then you can talk about your favorite character after.
Oh, okay.
Esther, okay, there we go. Esther is Natalie Palamides, who is from, oh, I thought I saw American Dad. I was like, dog, it really is. She's also Tiny Toons. I'm like, oh, yep, there it is. Okay, so they're all in American Dad at one point or another.
There's Family Guy.
And Family Guy. Okay, so again, a little bit more like adult cartoons, but also like live action.
Yes.
Not real live action, because animated stuff is real. It's just not.
But this cast,
Live.
they know how to play the game. They know how to make a good
Yeah,
animated comedy.
for sure. So Ben, I keep wanting to call him Nathan. Ben and Esther are kind of polar opposites of the show. And, you know, like I was saying, Ben is very reserved. Ben is very cautious, very much, I would say, more similar to his mother, except Catherine is very aggressive
Yes.
and like doesn't really want to see the ghosts.
Mhm.
Like, whereas Ben is like, I don't really,
yes.
like, I want to like go the other way.
Yes.
Until he meets in the first episode, what's her name?
Annabelle.
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 Because he gets a little crush because he is a teenage boy. So, you know, that kind of starts to bring him out of his shell, and he learns more about himself. And I'm assuming that develops throughout the show. And Esther, who's the youngest, played by Natalie, is crazy.
She's the wild child.
Yeah,
She studies and practices dark magic.
Right.
As a way to kind of get the ghost to do what she wants, or to kind of like keep them under control. It's kind of like their ways of trying to help their mom. Ben is much more like, oh, I got you, Mom. What can I do, like, around the hotel? And then Esther is more like, what can I do to control the entities in the hotel?
Yeah, like Annabelle, she kind of pushes Ben to be with her so they can rob her, grave rob her.
Yes.
Like, that's the type of time that, what's her, oh my gosh. Esther is on, I cannot remember. And the final character,
Abaddon, my favorite character, is voiced by Jimmy Simpson. Now, Abaddon, he's special. He is not human, not a ghost. He's actually a demon, I think he was the gatekeeper of, I think, the 5th ring of hell. And he got trapped in the body of a boy from the 1700s.
A Victorian boy.
A Victorian boy, yes. Very anachronistic. He basically is trapped in this body and he's immortal. So he's been there for like 300 years on Earth. And now he's kind of just stayed by the hotel. He became Nathan's kind of like ward. So now he is kind of just entangled with the Freeling family.
Yeah.
And he's very funny. Very...
Like, he wants to be antagonizing.
Yes.
But he can only do so much because he's a 1700s Victorian boy.
Yes.
Like, and that's another thing too that kind of brings it back to like full circle moment of it kind of just throwing you in there because he's like walking around with the Freelings and I'm like, who is that little boy? Like, he looks so different.
Yes.
He's very like, when I tell you he's like, you can picture in your head what cartoons kind of look like. He is very pale, very dull. I should say better is a better word. And he literally has the outfit of a peasant boy. And you're like, okay, why are we acting like this is normal? Who is that?
Yes.
So then you kind of get that, oh no, he's a demon.
Yeah.
It's 1,000-year-old demon, you know.
Like, he's just here. He's part of the hotel.
Yeah, so I kind of like, again, that it kind of just throws it in and you're like, right. So that's totally normal.
Yeah. He does get more development though. He kind of like teams up with Esther a little bit.
Right.
And they kind of just try to like get bones, get riches.
They're very similar.
Yes.
Which kind of makes them more fun because Abaddon is limited because he's trapped in a body, but he can do a little bit more harm than Esther can.
Yes.
So he kind of like feeds into her need for dark magic and darkness. But overall, I think for me personally, rating it out of 5 stars, I would probably, based on the first episode alone, because it gets me so excited for the show, I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 5.
That's really good. That's really good. Now, before I give my rating, it's probably obvious what it is. But I already said my favorite character is Abaddon. Did you have a favorite character?
Oh, that's true. I think probably Esther. I love a good wild child. I love like the kind of like occult characters that have it in sort of a brighter tone. Like, obviously it's a comedy, so it like makes it a little bit more palatable for the dark arts. And I think it makes it a little bit, it's kind of like ridiculous almost, but also it makes sense that she is practicing the dark arts because, well, she lives in a hotel.
Haunted hotel.
Yeah, haunted hotel, you know.
I mean, what else is there to do when you're surrounded by ghosts and demons? And
that's true. Like, why not practice the dark arts? You know? So like, I relate to her. I think I'm not a wild child, I will say, but I do relate to her.
All right. Well, then to wrap up, my rating. Drum roll, please. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. I loved it.
Who'da
I
thought?
love it. I love the show. I'm really excited for season 2. I was jumping for joy when it was told that it already got renewed for second
Yeah, it was
season.
like a week out, right?
I know.
Yeah, a week after, and it was like, yeah, let's do it again next year.
Yes. Because
Like-
I know there's like a lot of Netflix's like adult cartoons usually flop or they
Yeah.
get canceled. So please, please don't cancel this one, Netflix.
Yes. So that's pretty much it
Yes.
for today. This has been really fun.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching the review, our special Halloween episode. And tune in next time where we actually don't know what we're going to talk about yet.
Surprise. It'll be a surprise.
For the both of us.
Yes.
And for all of you. Thank you again.
Bye.